And we're off to the races.
Off to the races.
And welcome back to this mess of a podcast, Dirtyfeet
Welcome back.
Echo.
We forgot to record for like a month. What's
Yeah.
good?
We only missed 1 week,
Oh.
despite it being every other week.
Edit that out. Edit that out in post.
Didn't happen.
We didn't take a break for a month.
You think I don't edit anything in post here. It's just whatever file there is, put it on.
Oh my god.
I'm not even like focused enough to add links into the descriptions for stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'll just use the template and then type something random.
I don't know how many. I forgot how to check how many views we had on the last one, but I know Brian, one of my really good friends, watches these pretty consistently. So
Really?
he'll probably hear this and be like, "Edit the damn video. What's your problem?" Like,
I've been literally putting it on a function that takes the audio, adds a image to it, and turns that into a video. There is somebody sneezing in the background. Let's check how many views have we been getting. Because
quick check.
So here's how it works. We've been getting 35 views on that first episode, 18 views on the second, 9 views on the third, and that's a meme, so that's unrelated. Yeah, welcome back. If I didn't say it before, it's Dirtyfeet Echo, where we talk about whatever we came up 5 minutes ago with. It doesn't tend to be a lot. But this time our prep period took like 40 minutes because of various foods and
various phone calls from different people, and
I got
the fact
ice cream.
that we weren't prepared for our own topics, and
it's a mess.
It's a mess.
I messaged him at like 8. I'm like, you want to do it? He got back to me at like 9. It's like, yeah, 20 minutes. 30 minutes later, we get together, and then we keep having to do other things. Now it's about 10 o'clock, so.
Yeah, which means it's 11 for me, but we're good.
Yeah.
We'll make it.
We'll be fine. This week, as usual, because we are bad at topics, we're going to do more favorite things, because one of these days we're going to start coming up with consistent ideas, good ideas that aren't just like, oh, we like this, done, and then we say that we like them. But next time, because I'm tired, and we're going to do content, my boy. So first off, I would like to tell a little bit of a story. It's going to be very underwhelming, though. That's a warning.
Very underwhelming, my
Very. So I decided that I wanted a new keyboard because currently I am repping a Dell keyboard that came with the computer.
That's pretty sad, dude. You gotta upgrade that.
I mean, this thing not only has it served me well, it is also pretty hard to clean because two of the screws got stripped, so I can't even open it. And it's just starting to wear, so I think it's time to honorably retire it to the living room, use it as a TV. But so I ordered a mechanical keyboard, a Velocifier VM01, if you're wondering. $40 on Amazon, mechanical, not bad. I get it. Super excited. Test it out. Everything's been going great, and I'm typing a sentence in the search bar, and the letter N isn't showing up. So I type it again. The N doesn't show up.
Oh no.
I tap the N key, nothing's happening. I keep pressing it, nothing.
God, no.
I type every other button on the keyboard testing. Everything else works. But the N key does not.
Well.
What the hell? Also, they delivered it a day early, which is nice, but it was snowing that day, so not good.
Send it back.
I just got in contact with a rep. I'm gonna get refund, and then I'm gonna get actually a different keyboard because there's some other features I wasn't too happy with. But overall, $40 for mechanical keyboard, not bad, except for that issue. So
I was willing to spend a little bit more money on my keyboard just because I knew I was going to be doing a lot of really hardcore gaming on it. So I ended up, you know me, I'm Logitech fanboy for life. So I had to hook myself up with that G710 Plus. But honestly, like I've gotten to the point where I love this keyboard so much where I've almost considered buying an extra one just in case this one suddenly breaks and I immediately
Just in
need that new one
case.
because it's that good. Like
Really?
I wouldn't even want to look for a different one because it's so nice. Like
Hmm.
it's easy to clean, stays looking fresh, lights up nicely. Just very 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 good keyboard. So
Nice. I've got a Corsair headset, and
yeah,
I'm looking into the K66
okay, okay,
keyboard. It's about $55, so not bad.
not
No
too bad.
RGB, but I'm almost happy because my desk is like 3 feet from my bed, and I don't want to be looking at a glowing keyboard all night
Yeah,
because there's enough lights in my room, and that's the last
yeah.
thing I need. Um, so yeah, hoping to get that keyboard soon. Let me tell you, Prime is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Get Prime. Plus, get
You can
Twitch.
subscribe to your favorite streamer with Amazon Prime
Amazon
for free
Prime,
every
Twitch
month.
Prime,
No, I'm just
every
kidding.
month. But what's weird is it doesn't auto resubscribe, so you'll subscribe for a month, but then you won't continue to subscribe, so it won't like carry over. You have to go back and manually do it after the 30 days, which is disappointing, but it makes sense. So, yeah. For some reason now I'm on my Amazon list, and I've got quite the assortment of things on here.
My Amazon list is so long, dude. So many random things I'm trying to buy.
I have,
Except I have no money, so you know.
I mean, I have a Samsung Gear VR controller, followed by a hard drive,
That sounds
followed by
expensive.
a pillow, a vinyl. The Gear VR controller was like $17. I just haven't actually ordered it. 3D printer because I want to get one of them, but $400 is not exactly something I have. And if I did have it, I'd get a Vive because if you haven't followed me on Twitter, I have this undying passion to get a Vive because
Yep.
I need it. Like seriously, Vive.
I'm not about it, but
I will
Fury
do
is
anything.
all about it. All
I
about it.
I will do anything you ask. Just give me a Vive, please, and maybe a computer that can run it.
I was gonna say that's
Yeah.
also necessary.
Some random microphone, which is off-brand yet on-brand. I want to get a smartwatch. That's what I want to do. I've been really looking
Bro,
into
like
the.
speaking of microphones, dude,
Oh,
I still for the life of me cannot get this Blue Yeti to set up properly. So I'm actually using my old headset mic
really?
right now. Yeah, I've been using it because when it peaks, like it naturally like allows me
Edits.
to it doesn't cut off my voice, but it doesn't sound so like crackly and like nasty and gross. So
Yeah.
I just switched back until I can figure out how to do it.
You
Because
have a.
like I tried so many different settings and just like nothing seemed to work. So
Huh.
I don't know, dude.
I've
I don't know.
avoided getting a Blue Yeti purely out of. I don't like the Blue Yeti for some reason. I think
Eh.
it's some prejudice I have against cheap microphones or
Yeah.
something, despite
Yeah.
running with cheap micro. I don't really know why I don't like them, but I don't. So that's
Yeah.
Fury's unjustified opinion of the week.
Come back
Um,
next week for more unjustified opinions.
more just unjustified opinions, more things. Next week it's routers because routers are never good except for when they're
If you
good.
think about it, Wi-Fi is trash and everything should be Ethernet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's a fact.
my router has the 5G and the 2.4G
Uh-huh.
thing, so the 2.4 goes longer, but the 5 is faster.
Mhm.
So whenever I want to do something and stream fast, I have to go on the 5. But anytime I get in my car, it's just far enough where I can only go on the 2.4. So I can't quick download on Spotify. It's dumb. But that's a first world problem. So I shouldn't be worrying too bad.
Feels bad.
Yeah. I also have 8mm tape on here, which is $13 for a single tape, which is dumb. It should not be that expensive. It's tape.
Where did you buy it?
I didn't buy it. It's on my list. I want to buy it.
Oh, okay, okay.
I have an old
That's,
video
you
camera.
shouldn't buy that. That sounds like a bad idea.
That's the cheapest one though. That's the thing. ridiculous. All I want is some tape from my old video camera. Just give it to me. Sony, just like give me free things because I'm asking and complaining on a
Sponsor
podcast.
the podcast, Sony.
Sponsor.
You won't sponsor us.
Watch us actually get a sponsor one of these
Bro,
days.
the scenes. If
Oh.
this podcast gets a sponsor before my live stream does, I'll be kind of ticked, but also like really excited. and
You have
surprised.
no idea how dumb that'd be.
Dude, bro, I would sell out every
Oh,
30
absolutely.
seconds.
I get an offer literally from anyone. Yes.
Yes.
So if you're listening, it's
Let me promote your product.
let me sell things, and then maybe I can afford that 8mm tape.
Best believe, dude. Best believe.
Well, I think it's time for us actually to move on to our main
Okay,
topic.
yeah. We can actually talk about topics now. That's a good idea. I'm down for that.
Let's see. Deacs actually came up with this one. It's favorite trailers, favorite movie
Yes.
trailers. Because yes. Oh, you gotta give me one moment. You start. I gotta let my dog in.
Okay, so, ladies and gents, every so often, Fury and I will, hop on a call real quick and brainstorm what exactly we want to talk about. And it ends up most of the time just being stuff that we both really, really like. So, obviously, we've talked about music in the past. We've talked about video games, talked about movies. But we realized after the end of last episode, we realized we wanted to talk about movie trailers, which is something that I've always really, really, really loved. And almost really wanted to be able to produce. So my dream has been able to create something like this, except I probably won't. That sounds like that's actually kind of depressing.
I feel that.
That's kind of depressing, but it's kind of true.
It's the mood.
My style of video editing and videography is it's not really where I'm going. I'm going more towards a live side of video or stream, whereas this is a lot more effects and other things, and that's not really what I'm studying right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Fury and I have. Do you have 3? I have 3.
I have 4 actually because I got tied.
Okay, that's
if you
fine.
guys hear
But
clanking
Fury and
and
I have a
crinkling,
couple of our favorite movie trailers ever, any genre, doesn't matter.
Mine are mostly the same genre.
But yeah, do we want to do which are the 2 that are tied? Tied for third, tied for first?
It's gonna be probably tied for first.
Okay. So in that case, let's do both. Let's say both of our number 3s. So our least favorite of these, but still really good.
Least favorite of the most favorite.
Yes.
It's like picking your least favorite child.
Yes.
But it's a 2-minute clip of a movie.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
I'll take it first, probably.
Okay, go for it.
Most of all my trailers came out recently because I'm very uninspired for some reason at remembering trailers.
Okay.
I remember one, and then I had to come up with the rest of the list in a mad panic.
Yeah. I thought of my number 1 and 2 really quick, but I had to think of my number 3. But I'm actually really glad that I took the time to think of my number 3.
I sat there for
really
2
love this
minutes, and I could not think of anything, and it was. I'm just sitting there with my head in my hands. I'm like, what?
What do I like?
I watch
don't know what I want.
trailers. That's
Yeah.
the thing. I see them all the time, too much, and I couldn't think of any. But for sure, the Avengers: Infinity War trailer, when that thing dropped,
Dude.
oh,
Dude.
so much just.
Dude.
Oh my
Everything
gosh,
about that trailer is so nice.
that movie comes out in 5 days.
Dude, I haven't even seen all the Marvel movies.
What?
Yeah,
What are you
I haven't
missing?
seen all of them. There are a couple random ones, right?
Which ones?
I haven't seen second Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm gonna crash course you right now on what happened in those. Okay, so
30 seconds, go.
okay, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Peter Quill's dad is Kurt Russell, and
Okay. Dude, spoiler alert for everyone that hasn't
spoiler alert
seen
if you didn't get that.
Dude,
spoiler.
rippity-dip.
It's not actually Kurt Russell. It's literally his dad's a planet, and he's a selfish prick. And they do some more funky music stuff.
Okay,
Yondu's
funky
a
music,
bro. they bond rocket bonds with a Yondu and is not
Oh,
romantic. Sorry,
oh.
that's not what I meant to say. But we're gonna keep going. Um, Jesus.
Wrap it
Um,
up, Fury. You're over 30
I
seconds.
know. It turns out that like the planet dude put the cancer in Peter Quill's head because of
Oh,
whatever
fuck.
plot is like this huge thing for him. It's like his motivator is like, I'm gonna have relationships and babies with everyone and then spread my
Oh.
seed literally because he's a
Uh,
planet. And
okay.
then they get mad and then they blow up the planet.
Oh.
Yandu dies and Quill gets a Zune and jams to a sad slow song while they mourn him. And for some reason, Sylvester Stallone's in there too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
done.
Great.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Why even
There's
watch
a
it?
couple more movies that I haven't seen yet, but I don't feel like we have enough time for crash courses in
No,
both of those.
I mean I could probably do a little better
No, no,
now
no,
that I
no,
know
no,
what
no,
I'm
no,
doing, but
no, no,
let's
no. Anyway,
let's keep
so I'm
on
probably still gonna
topic.
go see it in
No,
theaters because I feel like it's one of those things. It's like you just have to go see it while it's in theaters. You know, you
oh yeah,
can't just pass up that kind of an opportunity.
for
Um,
Infinity War we're talking about, right?
yes, Infinity
Oh,
War. Yeah.
absolutely.
So
So
I'm really excited for that.
I'm not gonna say anything specific, but let's just say I'm very looking forward to go seeing Infinity War, but
Hmm.
I'm in a career that entails the meaning of please don't, please don't. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm upset that it's coming out so soon because I have to
Yeah,
deal with that.
feels bad.
Cryptic,
Cryptic.
isn't it? But
You'll
just
make it. You'll
please
be okay.
don't go see this movie all at once. Go like
Yeah.
spread out. Okay. Uh,
Anyway. So my
great
number
trailer.
three is, I think what I'll try to do is I'll try to send Fury the links to these and see if he can put them in the description, like we can
Totally.
line them up.
If I remember.
That could be cool. So I'll go ahead and copy and paste this first one over into the thing. This is, I'll label it as number three.
Okay. Let's
Number
see.
three is
Ooh.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows
Ooh.
Part 2, Trailer 2. That's very important. There's like 5 trailers. But this one is my favorite one. It's slightly longer. This trailer, I remember when it came out, the first, major time I was ever excited about movies, or books for that matter, was Harry Potter. And I sort of fell off the bandwagon a while back. Like, I remember when Fantastic Beasts was announced, everyone was, so hyped about it, blah, 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 and I just could not care less. I don't know why. I was that guy that if you ever want to know anything about Harry Potter, ask me. I can
Mood.
tell you. Like,
That
I
was
can't
me.
really do that anymore because I'm so out of practice, but I used to know, everything.
That
I
was
was probably overly obnoxious with my knowledge of Harry Potter stuff.
that
Um,
was literally me in middle school.
yeah, I read the books. I don't even know how many times through. I watched the movies. I don't even know how many times through. But I remember this crazy, crazy feeling when this trailer came out in June. Ugh, I just by this time there was other trailers had already come out, so it's obvious we know the movie's coming, of course, things of that nature. But this was getting up very close to the point where it was actually going to release, and oh my days, dude, this trailer blew me apart. I've probably watched this trailer through almost 100 times, I would imagine. It's so good. It is my number 3 though, but it is so so good, and I just
I
remember being even more excited for the movie, and I need to go back and rewatch all the Harry Potters
Yeah,
again because
I do too.
it's been so long. I know my childhood completely summed up would have been Harry Potter. So one day I'll go back and rewatch all of them and feel like I'm 12, 13
Yeah.
again. So
Is
that'll
it
be
weird that I went through a huge phase of it, but I don't really remember all of it?
I don't think that's strange. Especially if
Just
you were middle school, really young.
yeah, I think part of it is I just kind of blocked out middle school. So
Yeah.
most people do that. Um, dope. No, yeah, Harry Potter's always been a dope thing for me. I
Love me
did
some Harry Potter, dude.
what I
It's
did.
the
I've
best.
read the book, and then that weekend I watched the movie with my parents. It was like, okay, you have to read the book first. So
Of course, yeah.
you've
That's how my parents treated it as well.
You've never seen me
Um,
read a book faster. I just
yeah, dude.
blew through
Like,
them.
yeah. I remember I read I read every single book through with my family, with my dad, where we would read aloud to each other. So he would
Ooh.
take a chapter, then I would take a chapter, something like that. Up until Seven came out, up until Deathly Hallows came
Oh,
out, and bro, I was like, Dad, I love you, but I'm gonna go finish this book in like 2 days. And he was like, okay, you do that. Like, and I did, and it was incredible. And I just remember, like, every chapter I would run downstairs and be like, you would not believe
oh my
what just
gosh.
happened. I can't believe what's happened. It was crazy. So, being able to go watch that with the family and stuff. Well, it was actually just my dad when we went to go see it, because Margaret and Virginia, my two younger sisters, hadn't obviously read the book yet. But,
Yeah,
dude, 2011 was a year,
that
bro.
was major.
2011 and 2015, two favorite years of my life so far. Hopefully, 2018 will be really dope too, but
Yeah,
we'll see.
I had that kind of with 2012. I'm like, there was some good stuff going on there.
Yeah, dude.
And
2011 and 2015 were my years.
just downhill from
2019
there.
has to be one of my years because that's when I graduate college.
Yeah.
So we're lit. Yeah. So
Um, I'm gonna
on
move
to trailer number 2.
to trailer 2.
Trailer 2.
Mine's gonna be that first trailer for Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Ooh, okay,
Dude,
that's
you
a
have
good
no
choice.
idea.
I think I know which one you're talking about too.
That thing just, oh, it just blew me away.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm just like, whoa.
Whoa.
Because I, as a kid, was huge into Star Wars. I read the
Yeah.
visual dictionaries from the library all the time.
Yeah.
I rewatched the movies. We had them on DVD. They're sitting on my desk right now. I'm looking at them. I watched these things too many times.
Yeah.
And so seeing that and being able to experience this new thing coming out, just
Yeah, I
like
can only imagine.
I get to experience this with the rest of the world. And it
Yeah.
just blew me away.
That's awesome.
Let me tell you, like, we went to go see that movie around opening weekend. We didn't usually go see movies opening weekends.
Yeah, I need
We
to do
went.
mine. I'm like
It
that.
was
Dude, I remember
packed.
it was same thing for me in Harry Potter. I was there at the theater 2 hours before the midnight premiere. It was insane.
Mode. So we went in and just the opening title crawl was good enough for me. I'm like, I would have paid $20 just to be in this part. It was
The
just,
atmosphere was probably electric, wasn't it?
oh, it was electric.
Everyone was so hyped.
That's how I felt. I saw Star Wars: Last Jedi like that. I had
Yeah.
just gotten off work and went over to movies, and I just, I sat there and I was like with a friend. We just found seats in the IMAX show, and it's sold out. And it is,
Sheesh.
we're sitting there, and you can just feel the tension in the room.
Yeah.
Just everyone.
Which one was your favorite of the three newer ones?
Right, of the new ones that have come
Yeah.
out so far, like Force Awakens, Rogue One, and Last Jedi. Probably Rogue One, actually.
Really?
I
Okay.
really
Okay, that's
liked
fair.
it.
I liked Rogue One too.
I actually saw that one New Year's Eve, funnily enough.
Nice.
So,
I
that
think
was a
I
nice
think
one.
I personally preferred Force Awakens, but
Force
I
Awakens.
respect that.
I have to rewatch it. It's been a bit.
Yeah, it has been a bit.
But yeah, obviously.
I know a lot of people weren't too big on Force Awakens, but I
Yeah.
don't know, something about that movie, I just really liked it. I don't know why.
It's just Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this is like, we're talking about, like, you obviously very big into Star Wars. Me, honestly, don't care that much. But obviously, as any sort of nerd or geek, you gotta go see it.
You're
Like,
obligated, yeah.
you gotta go.
It's
Like,
part of
come
the
on.
contract.
Yeah, it's part of the culture. You gotta go and you gotta know what's happening. So, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Back to your story though.
Back to it. Yeah, just I was talking about Force Awakens, how it was super cool, and
Tension in the room.
Tension-
Of the
oh,
theater,
yeah,
and,
just
like, so much
basic-
hype for it. Yeah.
the whole thing going through it. We just sat there, we watched, and it was. I walked out of the theater, and I'm like, we need to go see that again.
Yeah, that's
I-
always the best. Is that feeling of finishing the movie, walking out of the theater, and going, "Oh my god, dude! No
that
way!"
never happens to me. That still hasn't
Really?
happened to me. No,
Oh, dude,
I
that
just
happens. That happens
was
to me
electric.
all the time. That
Oh.
happened to me at Deadpool. That happened to me Force Awakens. That happened to me
Don't go see.
Fury, that was a great movie. Fury, have you seen that?
I did not see that,
That movie
sadly.
was lit. You gotta go see it, dude. Oh my
It
god, what
looked
a
good.
movie. Oh my god, dude. I actually almost cried. That movie was crazy.
I saw Deadpool with a parent. Don't ever do that. Don't. Don't. Oh, God. Oh. It wasn't as bad as other people's experiences, but
Oh
it was more
my
of a like
god.
you kind of have to look over to check they're laughing so that you
Fury,
can
that
laugh.
is tragic.
It wasn't like, oh, I went with my mom and I was with my dad, so it was like,
It's still tragic.
oh,
Like,
oh my gosh, there were some scenes I just sat there just in
you just
silence.
sat there
I'm like,
trying to hold in all of the
oh,
laughter. So
I've
that you
never been tried to be more quiet in my life.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Dude, I saw Deadpool with like two of my best friends, and I think we were the loudest people in there, bro. Every line was just, I could die laughing.
it's
so
a
funny.
fantastic movie.
I can't wait for the second one. Oh,
Oh,
God.
that's gonna be good.
That's gonna be good. Can't confirm.
We want to move on to your. Did you do your second one?
Nope. Oh no, I've not done my second one yet, but I have it ready to go.
Okay.
Second one, similar topic to what we've already talked about, so this won't take us too long. Is Marvel's Infinity War.
Oh yeah.
That's my second one. Oh my gosh, dude, it is ridiculous. I have been in, most notably in a meeting recently with some of the people I'm on a student organization with here at the university, and we were talking about our favorite like YouTube videos, or like what just stuff that we've watched a lot of recently, and I realized I was like, dude, I watched the Infinity War trailer like 10 times yesterday. And they were like, why?
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, I don't know, dude. I was on one of those weird
Why
YouTube
not?
kicks where you go past that weird side of YouTube where you have no idea what you're watching, and suddenly you find yourself in the movie trailer aisle type thing.
Oh yeah.
It's like right before you get to the 10-hour loops of like study music,
The lo-fi beats and
you know,
chill.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like yeah. So like that. But dude, this trailer is especially incredible to me because like it's got obviously other trailers have this too, but it's got those two superheroes that I love most, and that's Iron Man and Spider-Man. I love them so much. Like every other superhero can like
Just go
get out,
away.
like just exit stage left, because those are the only two I really, really care about at the end of the day. And dude, this trailer, the music, the way it's so perfectly edited, and the tension in the trailer that builds everything up. I don't know everything about the Marvel universe, but obviously I know a little bit because I've been able to watch the movies leading up to it. But dude, that trailer, bro, I wanna be able to pause the podcast just so that I can go watch this again now. I'm gonna leave the page open so that when we're done recording, I can go watch it again. But dude, this trailer is ridiculous. I've watched it so many times. I remember it launched and I saw it like 30 minutes late. Right, like I was still one of the first like couple like 100,000 people that saw it, right? And all I remember is the top comment for almost a month on this video was a guy that said something along the lines of that awkward moment when Marvel's Infinity War trailer is gonna make more. Marvel is gonna make more money off of this trailer than DC made off of Justice League the entire movie. And I sat there like, bro, you can't be playing them like that. You can't. They can't come back from that. What are you doing? And it's true. It's such a.
It's
good
too
trailer.
true.
It's so.
Oh
good.
God.
It is so good.
You gotta give credit where it's due. Justice League did have a good soundtrack.
Okay. There we go. Yeah. Me and Fury are all about those soundtracks. You guys already know that, but
Had some gems.
Yeah, so that's my second one, though.
No, yeah, they brought back.
Do we move on to number one?
If you want to do your number one, because mine's probably gonna have a little bit of conversation.
Okay, that's fine. My number one. Actually, I want you to try to guess. What genre do you think my number one is?
As much as I want to say this should be easy, I action probably.
Yeah.
Just
absolutely.
out of pure odds of how many movies are out there.
Yep.
It came out in the last 10 years.
Yep. It did.
Last 5 years.
Not quite.
No. Okay. This one's
really
a bit
close
older.
to 5, though.
Really close to 5.
Pretty close.
I have to do some mental math.
Yeah.
What came out around that time? I'm blanking. You gotta tell me.
It's all good. So I'm gonna get flamed for this because I
Oh,
always get flamed
I
for
just
this.
realized probably what it is.
Guess.
Is it Dark Knight anything?
It is, but it's
Oh,
the third one.
it's the
So
Dark Knight
everyone always
Rises.
says, no, Ben, you're wrong. The third one is not the best, and I could not care less because I remember I can't really. I haven't. I normally don't cry at movies. I get teared up a lot, like a lot, but I haven't actually, like, genuinely cried at a movie.
I almost did once.
I cried in Dark Knight Rises.
I almost cried in
cried.
Coco.
In what?
Coco. That movie was. Oh, that took me on a field trip that I did not sign
Come
up
on,
for.
man. Pull yourself together,
It,
mate.
it was, I don't know, it was the movie. For some reason, that movie just, I'm like sitting there in that back half trying not. I'm like, oh,
Just tears
God.
streaming down your face.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Barry's
It's
face
too
and popcorn.
good. Too good.
No, but so this trailer especially is the best one because I remember it came out and it doesn't have nearly as many views as some of the other ones. This is one of those things where Dark Knight Rises, I think, released like 5 official trailers. Okay, so they're all like similar in topic, obviously, but this one's editing style and music choice has stuck with me for 6 years since it came out in 2012. This movie is insane. I love this movie so much. I have no means of disrespect towards the first or the second one. Everyone is obviously going to say that Dark Knight is the best one and that Dark Knight Rises is not as good because it doesn't have the Joker in it, and that's fine. But, oh my god, this movie, this trailer, everything about it was phenomenal. I just remember I was kind of late to the Dark Knight like fan group, I guess.
Me too.
I was a little bit late, but I remember. So I saw Batman Begins and The Dark Knight a little bit later than everyone else. I wasn't able to see those in theaters because I like I said, I jumped on the bandwagon late. But I saw those, and I remember I noticed the day that first Dark Knight Rises trailer dropped. I was like, oh shit, dude, this is gonna be hype. I gotta be ready for this.
You got hyped.
So over the course of them releasing these trailers, I get even more excited until the last one, which I think is this one, the 4th.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I could not contain myself. It got better every trailer that they dropped, in the 4th one, for whatever reason, doesn't have as many views, but bro, this trailer, bro, I can't, again, leaving this open so that I can go watch it when we're
Yeah,
done
I'm gonna
recording.
have to watch it.
Dude, I'm telling you. In fact, we'll do the thing where we start it at the same time so we can watch it and like hear each other's reaction. Bro, the music.
The music.
Oh, my heart. Anyway, so that's my answer. Those are my top 3. All 3 movies are some of my favorite of all time subsequently, so it makes sense, but
Dope.
those are, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna really quick do an honorable mention. It's not really a trailer,
Okay.
but it was a long time ago, but they did like, first look at the poster for Interstellar.
Oh, Interstellar.
Okay, so
Oh, Interstellar.
you know nothing about the movie. All you know is, Christopher Nolan's making a new film. I don't even know who this dude is at this point. And I'm like, oh, look, there's a new movie. It's called Interstellar. Let's look at the poster. And I never usually judge things by like, I'm going to go see this because of this. But I saw the poster for Interstellar, and I'm like, I need to go see this movie.
Bro.
I need to go see it.
Didn't cry in Interstellar, but I got really close.
Dude.
Oh
The end of Interstellar, I've never felt like more motivated.
Dude, I almost lost it, bro. That's what really separates the men from the boys there. Like,
the
I just
ending of
couldn't- I couldn't
Interstellar.
handle it.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that.
I just remembered. I gotta go back and rewatch that. I need to watch all these movies that we're talking about.
Jeez.
Dude.
Christopher Nolan is just wrecking us.
Christopher Nolan knows how to make a movie.
A movie. True cinema. I don't know.
True.
So I guess I'm gonna do my tied 2 favorite trailers.
Okay.
It's gonna be Godzilla 2014.
Oh, I remember you told me about this. Okay. Yeah,
this movie and Cloverfield. The trailer for the first Cloverfield.
I've never actually heard of that.
So
I
might be referring to the regular trailer, but I'm looking it up, but basically it's weird how they did it. Um, Giving you a link to the Godzilla trailer, but I'm gonna talk about the Godzilla trailer when I'm looking for this. Um, so Godzilla, I saw that trailer, and I'm obviously big into kind of disaster movies, monster movies, and I saw this trailer, and I immediately was just blown away. I'm like, this doesn't look like a disaster movie. This looks like just this mysterious, menacing thing where before it's like, oh yeah, the monsters wrecking the city. This is like, what's going on? What? And you're just like,
What?
that is scary because all of the shots are from ground level. Because obviously, I have like the monster tongue. No, you're like looking up at the monster, and
Sheesh.
just that last shot of them closing the doors, and Godzilla doing the whole roar thing. And then it ending on his kind of like reverberated roar is just the coolest
I have
thing.
not seen this, so I'm looking forward to seeing this now.
Oh, it is just that
I will
moment.
be watching this for sure.
And you've got like Bryan Cranston kind of talking over it, and it's just this. Especially that scene in that movie where he's kind of in an interrogation room. They use it for the trailer, and it's just this fantastic, just like kind of primer to the movie. It's like these people like have their own goals, but there is something going on, and it's just a great movie. And it was like 95 degrees in the theater when I saw it, so I was just sweating.
Some things you don't forget about movies, dude. Sometimes you never forget.
I was also almost late to it, which almost sucked.
Yeah.
But now I have it on DVD, so I'll never be late to it again. Whenever I watch it every 2 months. I think Cloverfield. So Cloverfield's weird. Why it kind of counted this in, is because it didn't really have a trailer in the say that I loved. It had, I believe it had kind of an initial kind of trailer rolling just after, I believe it was Transformers, like right before, like a 30-second trailer, and it just didn't have really any shots from the movie. It had no information, it just had a release date. That's it. And they didn't have a title. It was just January 18th, 2008. And so it kind of spawned like I've probably talked about this before, but the augmented reality game. And it's just the whole thing is just this vibe similar to the Godzilla. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
It's like,
Keeps you guessing the entire
usually
time.
you know what's going on in movies, but this is like, it is not going to tell you. And you just have to kind of follow along where you can.
That's pretty dope.
And it works for the movie. So, yeah, I'm going to probably talk about Cloverfield every episode of this podcast. I'm so sorry about it.
Dude, I'm trying to end this podcast early so we can go watch these trailers.
Mood, yeah. Major mood.
Oh. What are the links of our other podcasts been?
Links in the other podcast. I think like description links. I put Twitter. You know that one time I said I was going to link to the weird Ant-Man Ants trailer, but I never did. I think I kind of saved people from that.
Oh, maybe for the best.
I just rewatched that movie, and still the best Marvel movie. Besides Iron Man 3.
Oh. Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3.
AKA the best.
The
Iron Man 1 is so good.
Iron Man 1's great. Yeah.
So good. I remember watching that. He's not really my friend anymore. I mean, if we were to talk, he'd probably be fine, but kind of grew apart. Even throughout high school, I remember I was in middle school and his parents had brought bagels back, and we woke up at like 9 and we watched the movie in his basement, and we had these bagels with bacon, and it was like the best thing ever. I had 2, and I was so hungry, and then I was so satisfied, and the movie was so good. And that was the first time I was watching it, and I was like, oh my god, I love this.
Dude, 10 years ago, it all started. I actually
was that 10 years ago?
That was 10 years ago.
Bro, dude, we're so
2008.
old. Oh my god, we're so
I
old.
know, it's like, oh, I was this old going in to go see Iron Man. I actually didn't see it in theaters. I had to rent it because I didn't
Bro.
see much in theaters. And then
Yeah.
going into Infinity War 10 years later, it's like it's been
Dude,
a whole
that's insane.
decade.
Bro, that is crazy to think about.
People are like, oh,
Holy
why is
crap.
Infinity War such a big deal? This is why it's a big deal.
It's
10
literally been 10
years.
years. That's insane.
It's
Marvel
ridiculous.
is so great, dude.
Marvel. Oh,
I
bless
love Marvel.
Kevin Feige, bless us.
Dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So yeah. Those are our trailers.
those are the trailers.
Those are the trailers. Um,
Yeah.
this is kind of where we stopped planning. We kind of
I'm
dropped off.
honestly,
Oh,
I think it's probably good to have a shorter one, to be honest.
yeah.
If we continue to have like hour and a half, people are going to be like, all right, stop rambling.
Yeah, we're sitting at about 40 minutes. You want to really
Yeah.
quick fit in two more topics? Won't be that long.
Cool, I'm down.
Okay. Yeah, let's not kind of diversify our content. Let's talk
Mhm.
about weather and how
Weather.
dumb
Dude, I'm
the
down.
weather has been.
Bro, yeah. So you can really attest to this, but I can go for it too. Do you want to
Yeah.
go first?
I'm gonna go first because
All
I
right,
am
yeah. I feel like you've got
heated.
something on your chest that you're
I am
trying to
heated.
pop off about, you know?
A week ago, I was chilling. It was like maybe 40 degrees usually out. 5 days ago, I was scraping the ice off my car from the rain that was freezing overnight.
It's April, by the way. Like
Yeah,
we're recording this
it's
in
April. It's like
It's April.
late April.
It's late April.
Like 4 days ago, I was shoveling like a foot deep of snow.
Dude,
I swear to God.
it's insane.
2 days ago, I was scraping my car every morning because it kept frosting up and there was ice everywhere. And you know what? I wore a t-shirt and shorts today, and
Yeah.
I was fine.
Yeah.
It's like 60 degrees out, and there is
Yeah.
still snow on the ground.
It's what? Yo, that's whack.
It's oh
Yo,
gosh.
that's whack right there.
Let's be honest. Wisconsin
No, yeah,
weather is bipolar. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
I can attest to that too. Of course, here in South Carolina, for the last week, we have consistently gone all the way up to almost 80 some days.
Oh my
But
gosh.
for whatever reason, at night it still hits that 35, 40.
You are making me jealous.
But that weather drop is what is making people sick. People are literally getting sick because the weather changes so quick. Dude, think about that. That's
We're
almost a
just-
50-degree weather drop.
We're just
Hello?
always getting sick because Wisconsin
Because
is
dude,
always
it's
sick.
insane. But anyway, so I'm always ticked because like we've been getting this crazy wind recently, like so much wind. People call Columbia, South Carolina, the mini Chicago,
in Chicago.
really, like the second windy city.
Chicago is not that windy.
You know?
It's
But that's what they
not.
call it, though. You know, it's like it's the point. Anyway,
Yeah.
but dude, we have had crazy wind. Like sometimes it's so bad that I have to turn my back and walk backwards.
Oh my gosh.
So that it doesn't, so like the wind doesn't like pick up like little pieces of sand and like hit you in the face.
That's
You know,
never happened to me.
it's crazy. I would not wish it upon anyone. It actually sucks.
Jeez.
But yeah, so dude, weather is crazy.
What's-
I'm so excited that we're getting closer to May because once
Oh.
May hits in South Carolina, it's 80s and nothing below, and
It's gonna be
so
like
beautiful.
solid 75s for us, and it's gonna be the best thing ever.
Dude, I literally like I am so positively impacted by hot weather. It's not even funny.
Oh yeah,
Like
I feel that.
I don't I never really realized until I think this winter that I realized that I don't know if you can call it seasonal depression with like winter, but I'm certainly not nearly as
Active.
myself. You know
I
what
think
I mean?
everyone goes through it. It's kind of like a
It's so
seasonal.
strange.
I don't know. Yeah, I think.
Imbalance. It's like
Imba-
a seasonal,
yeah, seasonal
imbalance of like
imbalance.
my brain. Seriously, like because once summer rolls around, I'll walk outside and I'll have 10 times more energy. I don't know what it is, and it could be like that doesn't really make sense because in the summers in South Carolina, it gets to be like if you add up the heat index, it's like 100, 105. You
Oh
know.
my gosh.
And some people, they'll like feel that temperature. They'll be like, "Oh my god, I want to die." And for me, I'm just like, "Let's go!" Like, that's my temperature. Like, I get made fun of all the time. 95 and
gosh.
humid, that's my stuff. Oh my god, I love it so much.
I hate humidity.
I love humidity.
Dumbest thing.
I don't care. It doesn't even affect me anymore. I love it. Like,
That's-
it's warm. It's hot. Like, it's not cold.
It's
I
dumb
wear
hot.
I wear shorts and a t-shirt year round regardless. Let's be real. But
yeah.
that's where like it feels good.
I wish I could get away with that. Not here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're a little bit further up north than
Yeah.
I am, so this is whatever.
So, quick question: what is considered like pants weather for you guys? Like, at what
I mean,
degree are
okay,
you
for
guys gonna put
me
on
or
pants?
for everyone else in my state.
I'm gonna say for kind of median it out.
Okay,
Try.
for most people in the state, it's 50 degrees or below.
Okay.
Okay,
That
so
makes
that
sense.
means now that doesn't mean that most normal people don't normally wear long pants. Most people at my like university, at least, let's say for instance, we have a really big business school atmosphere. So there's a lot of people that wear business casual every day,
Yeah.
regardless. But for people like me who are in communications or arts or sciences, whatever, most people will wear shorts. Yeah, probably until around when it gets below 50. If it gets below 50, people start wearing pants. If it's me, I don't really wear long pants unless it's 30 outside. So we're talking like late January, early February type stuff. Yeah, that's it.
And at what
I
point do
buy
you
I
bust
buy
out
really
the?
expensive sweatpants for like the 3-week period, and I use them
Jeez.
then. But yeah. So
At what point's jacket weather then? It's like
jacket
yeah,
weather.
you're-
See, I wear a jacket up until 55, 60.
Okay. Because in Wisconsin, shorts weather is anything above about 42.
Sheesh.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've
I
seen,
get made fun of for that down here. People are like, "Oh my God, it's below 50. We're dying," and I'm like, "Dude, it's fine."
and then we've got kids wearing shorts, and it's like 20 degrees out.
Yeah, dude.
I've
My problem
done
is
that.
I'm very hot natured,
Yeah.
so I sweat like really easily. So I hate long pants for that reason.
Yeah.
Like I just can't. I need my calves to be free.
I mean, dude, people start sweating as soon as we hit like 85. Like people
Dude,
start getting
I sweat when
like,
we hit
heated.
60, but I love it. I love it so much.
Like people get like, oh, this is too hot. It's like 90 out.
Yeah.
It's stupid. But Lake Michigan, so that good old lakefront breeze making everything 20 degrees colder no matter what season.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
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 On a tangent related to summer, it's gonna be our last topic of the day. Is gonna be fitness.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a
no.
wild guess that you work out.
Not as much as I used to, but I've been doing better recently, so I am
Yeah.
proud of that. I'm proud of that. I've been running just a little bit every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and that's been really fun. I feel better than I did actually. I don't think I've really lost any weight. I'm not really checking, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of running because I know that I should.
Yeah, I feel that.
But yeah, I used to be obviously in really good shape considering I was a runner for 6 years, and then college hit, and you know the rest.
Yeah, I have a
so
feeling
I
that's
didn't-
gonna happen to me.
I've certainly gained weight since coming to college. It hasn't been. I don't think it's. You know what? Maybe it might be. It might have been 15 now, but maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm doing okay though, so I feel good. I'm not spending copious amounts of money on food, all that stuff. Like we're doing well, and yeah.
I run into the issue where I have the metabolism of an elephant, so I just
Yeah.
don't stop eating. So I don't have
Yeah.
an option. I have to always be running.
Yeah.
And despite that, I'm a very slow runner, despite doing it for like 6, 7 years now.
What's your 5K?
My 5K is about 1957. Got it
My
last year.
my best 5K ever was in 1907. But I fluctuate. Like my average was right about where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was a fluke one. I haven't gotten past that since, and it's been about a year. So,
Oh. So what's your average then?
usually I was, kind of about last fall, I was hitting on average usually about 23, 22.
Okay, that's
But-
not bad.
The year before that, I was dropping consistently every week about 30 seconds.
Sheesh. Yeah,
So-
you just were on one that year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all
Um,
have that weird one. Yeah, I peaked junior year, and then senior year I
That's
couldn't
exactly
quite.
what
I would
happened.
break 19 like a lot, but I couldn't quite get like below like 1930. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was my issue. I'm like, I'm right there, right about to break 20, but I couldn't quite do it until last race.
Yeah.
So, and
Well, that's
now
good.
summer's
Good
coming
stuff.
around, and I almost have to force myself to run. Otherwise, I'm gonna gain my freshman 15, way before I'm even a freshman in college. So,
You just got to establish a running route early on. I
Yeah.
learned that one the hard way, but you'll
No,
make
yeah.
it.
Track and cross have taught me
The other
discipline.
thing is just figuring out if you can find some homies and play basketball or soccer with them. That's so much running too.
I run for a reason. Let's just say that. I
Okay.
have the ball catching skills of a dog.
Nah,
With
I
no mouth.
love both soccer and basketball so much. Like I know, dude, I joke with my friends about this all the time. The first thing I do when I graduate is I'm picking up a soccer ball and I'm gonna find some place that I can play pickup or like a formal in team that I can play with on like a certain day of the week because I
Ultimate
need
frisbee.
it so bad. Ultimate frisbee would also
Ultimate
be fun.
frisbee.
I'd be down for that too. Frisbee would be lit.
We play that all the time on my team, and that's our go-to on easy days. Take a little
Yeah.
run, play some ultimate.
That's pretty dope.
Oh,
We like that.
oh, I hate my legs. Right now I'm dealing with calves being dumb.
I don't miss track.
No,
I miss cross
trust me.
country. I probably miss cross country every day, but I never once have I said, "Wow, I really miss track right now."
I have a friend that loved cross country, and with every fiber of his being hated track.
Yep, that's me.
Um,
Can't.
and that now he's a jumper in track because he has legs that are super long, and turns out he's
Well,
good at that.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's probably great at that. Then good
Yeah.
for him.
He's actually enjoying track for once. We all joke about it. It's like, oh my gosh, he's actually happy. So, okay,
don't miss
it's
track.
tired. We're being
It's tired. I'm late.
rambling. Yep.
It's tired. I'm late. Thanks for watching the podcast. Listening to the podcast. Excuse me. We need to do our word for the people that have listened all the way through to comment below.
Let's do. You've been doing them. You mind if I catch one?
Yeah, dude, go for it.
Let's see. I'm gonna look around my room and I'm gonna pick out something random. IMAX.
IMAX. All right. Comment IMAX down below if you have made it to this point of the podcast. We appreciate it.
But make it
I haven't even
subtle.
checked-
Don't
I
just
haven't
say
even-
IMAX. Say something
Yeah.
related that
Yeah,
happens to say IMAX.
The discussion about IMAX.
Discussion
was
about
really
IMAX cinemas.
enthralling. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I need to go check and see if anyone's actually been doing that. If no one
Yeah.
has, maybe
No,
we should
I've
do
been
something
getting
like that at the beginning.
Responses. Somebody's been doing them. So
Really? Okay, that's dope.
okay.
We like that. We like
I'm
that.
tired and I need to edit this now.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's
God.
tired. We're late. Thank you guys so much for watching the podcast. We'll catch you guys again, hopefully,
Support
very,
us.
very soon.
Deacs you want to give out your links?
Oh yeah, dude. Follow. I mean, if we're talking YouTube, I just uploaded a YouTube video recently for the first time in like 3 months, so that's pretty dope. YouTube www.youtube.com/releasethedeacon. Pretty sure you have to do /user/releasing it, whatever. And then Twitter's just at @go_deacs1996. All that stuff.
I'm gonna be on Twitter at FurioS_. You can also catch us at Dirtyfeet EP. I'm on YouTube. I still have my old YouTube link, so you can go to youtube.com/ihasfury. It still works. So shout out to that. Be on the lookout. I don't know how far along it is right now off the top of my head, but I have a feeling something is probably going to come out this summer, and I might start posting stuff about it.
Yeet.
So I'm not even sure Deacs knows about this, so be excited. If I don't drop it, don't be disappointed because yeah, it's a big endeavor that I really hope to get out of the way this summer, and
I think it'll be dope.
it's gonna be super exciting. So
You just gotta sit down and do it.
keep an eye out. Otherwise,
Keep an eye out.
that's been 30 Feet Echo. Go to bed.
Go to bed.
Go to
Catch y'all
bed.
later. Peace.
Adios.